Okay, so this is your new home orientation with Bill Mace Homes. So basically just going to be giving you some information to help your transition to homeownership easier. So you'll be given this packet so you don't have to memorize any of this. It'll be here for you when you close.
Just all this, Tiff, on the counter.
And then, okay, so maintenance of your home. Sometimes you'll have some issues, sometimes you won't have issues. Say your, what is it called?
Disposal.
Disposal. Say it goes out. This paperwork will really help you know how to troubleshoot that. So you'll have a little tool, which I'll need to find it in here, that you can just troubleshoot. It'll be all in this packet. Any electrical issues, that's going to be something that is major. So you will contact on the warranty claim sheet. You just go straight to the email or call the office. Anything with electrical, plumbing, say you have a plumbing leak in the winter that happens, call the office. They will get somebody out here immediately. If you have any HVAC issues, call the office. We'll get somebody out immediately. Speaking of HVAC, you've got a 10-year warranty on your HVAC. So basically, you can call the Mainstream Heating and Cooling. They will cover parts only. It does not cover labor. So you're covered for 10 years on that. You have all of your warranty paperwork for your appliances in this drawer. Please register them. I know it's hard to remember to do that, but please remember to do that because it will cover you on all basis for the manufacturer's warranty. Okay, let's see. I'll go outside for that. See, I did it in order. That's great.
There you go. So Tiffany, just know the 1 year builder warranty, it's 1 year. And then your appliances, your HVAC, those types of things have extended, but you have to register.
Yep, your 10-year warranty, your 1 year warranty will cover everything top to bottom, nothing cosmetic or light bulbs. So don't call us for...
Or landscaping.
Or landscaping, yes. Your sod, water your sod. It's gonna be hot here probably until October, probably longer than that, honestly. I hope not, but you never know with Tennessee weather. Water here, if you hear that, that's the sprinkler system watering your sod. So water, don't let it die. If it dies, that will be on you, unfortunately. But make sure you keep up your landscaping. I'll go over the rest of the outside. So we got the landscaping. Let's see. Okay. Items that are not covered again, landscaping, grading, and swales. So all of your landscaping, your decks and your fences are not covered under warranty. Concrete is not under warranty unless you can get a huge, I think it's 2 fingers, then they will not.
So it's just normal because concrete's made with tons and tons of water.
Yeah.
It is going to crack. Just part of it.
Yeah, hairline fractures, don't really worry about it too much. It'll happen. Do not put salt on your driveway, please, and try to rinse that off as well. If you come in and you have a ton of salt on your car, it could potentially make your driveway crumble as well. So just keep that in mind in the winter months because Clarksville loves to put salt on the road and it not even snow. So just make sure you do that. So your coverage is going to begin on the date of our walkthrough. So your 1 year builder warranty will be from 8/23/23 to 8/23/24. And that is also in this warranty paperwork. Let's see. Okay, to request a service call, you're gonna go to your warranty claim request sheet. and go to email at warranty@billmace.com. Again, for very, very urgent needs, please call the office and someone will get someone out here quickly. Or contact your agent and she will get that handled as well. Okay, so we won't go over that. It's just saying if you have to be home during the repair, and if you want to be present, you can, but they do not require you to be present. Okay.
But you have to somehow give them access, Tiffany. So like if you're working, you're going to have to schedule it where you leave them a key, you do something that, I guess I should turn it this way so you can see me. Something so they can access your home. Whether you have a garage door that has an access code on the outside, but you have to give them access to your home to get in.
Okay, so at your 11-month mark, you're gonna want to start writing down these items that need attention. So that way they can come in and knock out everything all at once. You're gonna, because everything, if there is anything, will just pile up and then they can come in one fell swoop and get everything done and taken care of for you. And then remember, once that 12-month is up, it's up. Sometimes they can honor it, sometimes they cannot. It just depends on when it happens. Just make sure you jot down whatever happens and the time and date, and then leave it at that. And make sure you write it down in your
So put in your calendar notes, like I use my Apple calendar, and just put down on July 23rd that you contact Bill Mace Homes, that whole list of cosmetic items, paint touch-up. Just know they will not do any paint touch-up if you have painted walls with anything other than the paint they have used on your home.
Yeah. Okay, so again, light bulbs, we don't change light bulbs. You'll be responsible for that. We do get a lot of questions for that. Just remember.
It's not like renting.
Yes, unfortunately. Also, your air filter, sorry, I'm walking.
No, you're fine. That's what you're supposed to do.
Change your air filters. Get the cheapest ones. Change them monthly. When you pay your bill, change your filter. Once this thing gets all gunked up, it's not going to cool as good. So it's going to make your
HVAC work even harder. Where does it say the size? Right here.
It's a 20 by 30 by 1.
So that's the size you need for it. But this just helps the longevity of your air conditioning system, so that it lasts all the longer and it blows out air better and you don't have to have it serviced as much.
Okay. Very healthy for your HVAC. Okay. You do
And then here, let me quick show it. And then right here in your front entry hallway, that's where you're gonna control it, change it from heat, air condition, up and down temperature. Okay, go ahead, sorry.
Okay. You have a attic space. I'm not gonna pull it down. Well, I will pull it down actually. This has a cover on it that keeps heat out, because this can really raise your inside temp. So make sure this is always closed at all times. Really not much else to say about
Some
that.
people store things up there, Tiffany. I never do. It's so hot. It's not worth it. They just have to have it to access your HVAC system.
Okay. So let's see, light bulb, electrical. Okay, back to the kitchen. Usually I start and I do a big circle, but I thought
That's
it was
okay.
the first time. Okay, so there's this stuff called Ceramibrite or Ceramibrite. Get some of that at Lowe's or Home Depot to take care of your glass cooktop. Sometimes these can scratch very easily. Don't use too much of an abrasive material on it, because it could potentially scratch your glass. You can buy it at Lowe's, Home Depot for, I think it's like $5, or an entire kit for 10. And this will keep this really squeaky clean and pretty. That way it doesn't get gunked up. But just be mindful of your glass cooktop. Let's see, water filter in your refrigerator. Make sure that you are changing this thing. If you drink the water from it, a lot of people forget about it, but it is in this section, and you can order these from Amazon. You don't necessarily have to use the one for the company, so GE.
So you usually just order like a bunch of them and probably change them every quarter as maybe, or six. It usually tells you, doesn't it? The button comes on.
Yeah, I change mine probably every 3 months.
Yeah.
Or when it turns red, but I try not to let it go that far.
I'm gonna tell her one more thing over
Yeah.
here. So just know, Tiffany, that these stoves are not exhausted out of the roof. So if you're cooking here and you have something really greasy, the vent is here and it could push it up, the grease up to the ceiling if things start to yellow up there. That's what's happening. So be mindful when you're cooking.
Yes. Okay, so your garbage disposal. These are tricky little things. What you're gonna wanna do to clean it is put ice down in it. That's all you need to clean it or sharpen the blades. Make sure your water is running with that. Don't put anything down this disposal that you cannot eat. So chicken bones, do not put it down in here. It will destroy your dishwasher thingy.
And I would say do not do eggshells and even potato peels. They tend to be super rough on garbage disposals.
And those potato peels will make it stink anyway. And
Just make sure your water's always on. If you ever want to freshen it, you can like drip doTERRA oil down on the ice cubes, or you can put lemon or lime slices or orange, whatever citrus.
Yeah, and the ice does really good with deodorizing as well. I usually do the lemon and put it down in with ice, let it go the full cycle, and it'll be squeaky clean. Down here is where
It's your garbage disposal.
I think there's a switch right there. Okay. What is this one, the mowing one? Okay, so here's your switch. If this ever gets stuck, mowing.com will have the troubleshooting guide for it. It should not. Maybe if you have a spoon down in there, it'll maybe stop or kick it. So it's got a safety feature on it that it'll stop if something gets down in it. So don't put your fingers in it anyway, but it'll stop if a spoon goes down in it.
And then just know too, Tiffany, these are the water lines. You have two. There's a red and a blue for hot and cold. When they are straight up vertical, that means they're on. When you turn them horizontal, that turns the water off should you have any water issues going on. And the red one's on that side.
Okay.
And this little sink, I'm sure you know, nice and handy. You can change it to where it's streaming water or it's one solid stream.
Okay, so we're gonna go out to the garage because that's where
Dishwasher, does she need to know anything about putting
Yes,
water?
Yes. Okay, so when you first start your dishwasher, throw a cup of water in here and then start it. So you're gonna wanna prime this before you start because it could burn out the motor.
If it's dry, it needs water in it.
Yeah.
So make sure you put a cup of water down there in the bottom.
Yeah. Oh, and you've got a filter down here. A lot of people have no clue about this. You have a filter down here that can get gunky and nasty. Pull it out. You can see that there's already water in it, but pull it out, wash it off, make sure there's nothing down in here.
And that's just if you put your plates in there and they've got food on them, that's where it's gonna go.
Yeah. It'll go straight to here. Let's see if I can get it in there. Okay. So there's that. And of course, super easy to pop these in and out. Only use the detergent that is meant for dishwashers. Don't put soap in it. Don't put anything
Laundry
like that.
detergent.
Please don't. It'll be all over your floor. It'll be a mess. So, okay. Anything else in here that I'm forgetting?
That's it. You said garage.
Yes. Let's do the garage.
And this is where for your dryer you have to have a 4-pronged plug. And make sure your dryer vent doesn't get kinked and is extended out. That is one way that fires start in homes.
Clean them out as
Clean the
well.
lint, definitely clean the lint out of your dryer every time after you dry, because that's how fires get started. The lint gets built up back there and it catches fire from the heat.
Okay. So say you leave for vacation and you're leaving for a long time. You don't want your electric bill to go up. Make sure you come over here. I know that. Where did that thing go? Am I done?
Usually I thought they turned it off here at the
Yes,
water.
and then he'll turn it off right here as well. That's not it.
Okay, so we will figure out
Yes.
where that is. We can't figure off the off switch right now. But never getting these things and adjust any of this.
It's right here.
Let people come out. Okay. All
Okay,
right.
so
it's
it-
behind where they've insulated it.
Yes.
So it's against the wall. It's a blue handle.
Yep. And you're just gonna wanna,
Turn it horizontal, just like we talked about the water in the house.
turn it
So
horizontal.
it's hard to see because of the.
Yeah.
So right now that means the hot water is on.
And then
Turn
you'll,
it horizontal, it will turn off, it will save you, like if you're deployed for a period of time, on vacation, whatever. And it also kind of protects from water issues in the house.
this is your main water source for the entire house. So you're gonna wanna turn this as well. Of course there's stuff. So
It's
this
just 'cause
means,
they're tight, because they're new. Same thing.
same thing right here. So if you have a water leak and you're like, oh my God, I've got a water leak, you don't have to run to the front of the house in the actual street water main to turn it off. You can turn it off right here, no harm, no foul, and now it's back on. Okay. This one's the fun one.
It's your breaker box. It tells you where all of they have it nicely labeled, Tiffany, to tell you every room, everything that it controls.
So if you have a light or section of your house that trips, you're gonna wanna come over here and you'll be able to feel which one tripped. It'll feel,
Soft, just how I see it.
yeah, soft or spongy or, yeah. So right here, this is off, or no, it wasn't. Now it's off. So you're gonna wanna make sure all of these are lined up perfectly. Like right here is not, but that's probably because
You don't have the dryer.
right. So you're gonna wanna flip this and make sure that this light is not on. So, get it? Okay, there we go.
Now it's, I don't know why it's that one.
Oh, there we go. Okay. These are the new ones, and I'm like, whoop. Okay. So you have this. Is this the main one? Yes. So you have the main plug-in for the garage. If this were to trip and turn off, it's going to turn off all of the power in the garage except your lights. Right? That's right. So
and just know it will be blinking yellow. Typically, is what it does.
yeah. That one's off.
So they have already epoxied your floor, which is super nice. Again, they don't do anything with the wood on your stairs or on the deck. They usually want you to go through one season. So if you were going to paint them, stain them, wait until the spring.
Okay. So these are going to be in your garage until you get here. We don't like them flying off. We got a good windstorm probably a couple months back and they were everywhere. So just make sure you put these at the bottom of your downspouts.
So it's to divert the water away from your home. So like this is a downspout tip. You put it down below it so the water, to make the water drain away from your home. That's the noise you were hearing over there.
Oh, do want to go over this.
Okay.
I get wet though. The tan damp, the vent for the dryer. Make sure this is not clogged. Sometimes birds will make a nest in there as well. Just make sure you're checking it so often, so you can make sure nothing's in there, nothing's constricting it.
That's where your dryer exhaust comes out. It's where lint can get stuck. Some people will put a little like chicken wire or something down below it to keep birds from nesting in it.
Okay. Now we gotta find a hose here. So you're gonna have vents to the crawl space everywhere around your home.
Whoa, sorry. That dropped my phone. Go ahead.
Okay. Do I need to start over?
Nope, you're
okay.
good.
So these are in the closed position right now. In the summertime, you're gonna want to make sure you open these up. That way it can get air flow, because it gets so hot and humid. We don't want any moisture in your crawl space.
And moisture is pretty typical, Tiffany, but they do also have the moisture barrier below the house that you asked about as well.
And make sure you close it in the wintertime so you don't lose any heat in your home. It really helps with your heating bill. Let's see. Hose bib. Okay, so wintertime here. Sometimes we can get a frigid wintertime. You're gonna want to make sure it is in the off position. If you do have a water hose plugged in, just make sure you undo it and leave it to the side and make sure all that water drips out. There is a mechanism in here that will not let your pipes freeze, but you never know. So it's better to be
Always
safe.
disconnect in winter.
Just do it, yeah.
Yeah.
We've had some pretty brutal.
Really before the first, I would say before the first hard freeze, like so when the October, November, whenever you stop using water outside to water your grass. Here's your lovely backyard, all your privacy.
Here is your HVAC. Again, make sure that you call Mainstream Heating and Cooling to register that. I would make sure that it's registered. Sometimes the office will get it registered, or it'll automatically get registered, but make sure that you call to check, because you don't want to not register it and need it.
The main damage, Tiffany, outside to your HVAC system that people do is when you mow, make sure the grass is always blowing away from the HVAC, because when you're blowing grass into this vented part, it clogs it up, makes it work harder. It really wears and tears on it. So always mow away. And this is a drain pipe that comes out, and that just allows the moisture to drip out onto the ground.
And do not cut that pipe.
Yeah.
So it's meant to bring it away from your home, so no water will get in your crawl space. Which patches were out?
It was on the side. Look right there by the, I believe it's right there by the porch. Isn't there a dead space right there?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it hasn't been replaced quite yet.
There's a few just dead spaces that will be replaced. Is the back door open?
Yes.
Okay. We're going back inside. And, oh, hold on. I want to show her real quick. Your crawl space is down here. And this is where you were asking, do they have it covered? Yes, they do. There's really no point of getting underneath there, but you want to keep that covered so no animals get in underneath your house. I could do the air conditioning because it's 100 degrees here now, Tiffany. So we're like sweating.
Okay, so another thing is your flooring. Your floors are waterproof LVP, so luxury vinyl plank flooring. Usually these are waterproof. Just don't let water, of course, anything liquid sit on it for a long period of time. You just want to keep the integrity. just in case. So make sure when you're cleaning them too, get special cleaner for the flooring, just to keep it safe and functioning well throughout your years here.
Do you want to quick show her how to open a window, just so she understands that?
Yep, that was my next thing. Okay, so you've got these locks on the windows, and if you ever want to clean them, you're gonna want to raise up, unlock them, raise it up just a little bit. You want to make sure that it is above this, because if you bend that down, it is going to snap your windows.
You break the whole window system, so just raise it above the lip.
You're going to want to pinch these.
So you have two little places on the side. Pinch them inward, Tiffany, and then the window just nicely leans down.
Okay, and now for your screens. So for your screens, you're going to want to, I can never remember how to do these.
These are always fun. You should just be able to pull those little plastic knobs, and that can pull it off, so you can take it off and like clean the outside that way. Or if you don't like your screens, you can take them off. Most people do, because you do not want the mosquitoes and flies and bugs coming in. But awesome windows. And then make sure you really, when you put them back up, that you push those two side buttons in so they don't break, and then put it back into the frame and down.
And then that is it for the windows.
Okay, thank you, Kayla.
Of course.
Usually we also say your first batch of ice, throw away, because we don't know how clean the water line is, and then the second batch is usually good to go.
Also with your ice maker, whenever you do go out of town, you never know if we're gonna have a power outage, if we had a storm or something. Make sure you dump that ice so it doesn't melt and get all over your floor, because you could come home to a mess.
And that would be a mess.
Let's see.
Your nice little pantry, love that.
Oh, smoke detectors.
Let's find a smoke.
Fun.
Up here. I hope you have a tall ladder, Tiff.
So let's just hope this one doesn't go off at 2 o'clock in the morning. So if you start to hear one of your fire alarms go off, go ahead and change the batteries to all of them, because once one goes, they all start chirping. But these are carbon monoxide detecting as well. So if you, well, you can't really do that now because of the code, but your door in the garage has a code that it'll automatically close, just in case you crank your car in the garage. That way that carbon monoxide would not come into the house. But just in case, they do have carbon monoxide detectors in the fire alarm. So make sure you change your batteries regularly. They last a long time, I think up to 10 years. So
you should be fine. And then we are just, your bathroom, is there anything to say about, and then what we will do last is we're gonna go around, you can kind of see places where she's already started with blue tape. We're just gonna go around anywhere that there needs to be paint touch up. We put a piece of blue tape, the painters come back in, they make sure that they touch up all of those places. They do all the repairs that we've already sent to them. Like I'll show you where they were fixing the patch in the living room. And then it's really just you taking care of your home, cleaning it properly, and yeah, just home ownership maintenance.
okay.
Is there anything bathroom wise? Just also, Tiff, another thing that I know with new construction, people that haven't owned before, you have to be mindful about what you put in your toilets. You know, they'll call because, oh, there's a clogged toilet, and then they find out people put all kinds of crap. That's not their issue. So just toilet paper. I don't even, yes, you can put feminine products down, but typically I say don't.
Yeah.
So just be mindful about what you put in your toilet.
Yeah. Glass, I'm gonna add this in.
Okay.
If you go to Walmart for Rain-X, get some Rain-X and spray your shower door down inside. That way the soap scum and all of that will just slide right on off.
Yeah.
Very handy. Such a good point. Never knew that. So Mr. Bobby always comes in handy for that. So
the other thing I will say to you too, these are the vent covers that let your air in. Like every 6 months, once a year, I just look into them, make sure nothing's really fallen into them. You can take your little vacuum, hose, clean it out if anything does.
Yep. There's nothing else on my side.
No. Okay, so that is your punch walk. Glad you could be here with us. We'll send this to you. I'm going to do the blue tape with Kayla. She is one of Bill Mace's listing agents, just like Nikki, and does a really good job for him. So we're glad we can be with you today, and we'll see you soon.